here we go. So it's going to be showcasing Heixing's Sweeper class. It's definitely a really strong class. Of the two, Rangers actually are better for general use, but Sweeper is a powerhouse if you're willing to take the risk. So we're going to start off on the backside here.
총구가 가리키는 방향이다. 좋은 선택이다. 이제 시작하면 되겠군. 나에게 좋은 추억을 선사해 주길 바라. 즐거운 시간이야. 이 감각 계속되면 좋겠는데.
Basically all the enemies are dead. He's gonna block that. Because he's under 33% health. Block is definitely too much.
즐거운 시간이야. 이봐, 이거 없던 일로 하자고. 언제든 시작할 수 있지. 목표로 이동하겠다. 어차피 이렇게 될 일이었어.
Just enough damage, we're able to kill them even through all the normal slaughterers are kind of difficult to one shot, depending on how you're set up.
알았다. 사정거리네 목표 확인.
I feel like here that's not enough to actually kill, so neither is that either. That's a turn.
목표로 이동하겠다. 이제 시작하면 되겠다.
Sweeping fire will kill. So.
즐거운 시간이야. 지금 장난하자는 거야? 빗나가지 않는 넌 내 기억에서 지우도록 하지. 지금 장난하자는 거야? 걱정하지 마. 빙고! 넌 내 기억에서 지우도록 하지. 즐거운 시간이야.
We are overloading very quickly though. And that is one of those things you do have to pay attention with playing mind-body
내 총구가 가리키는 방향이다. 빗나가지 않는다. 넌 내 기억에서 지우도록 하지. 좋은 느낌이야. 빙고! 지금 장난하자는 거야? 즐거운 시간이야. 발버둥이라도 치라고.
And we are about to overload.
어딜 도망가라. 넌 내 기억에서 지우도록 하지.
We're exhausted. about no way I'm gonna get my turn back though. Horrifically surprised. Yep. Second heart is a thing though. Well, we lost some of our energy. Interesting.
목표로 이동하겠다. 빗나가지 않는다. 지금 장난하자는 거야?
Oh wait, overcharge. Durr.
나에게 좋은 추억을 선사해 주길 바래. 하쿠야를 볼 면목이 없고.
That's gonna overload me again.
다들 준비된 모둥이라도 치라고.
We are not in a safe place, so we're probably gonna die again. But I think they kind of just showcase. You definitely like with Mind Body Unity. This is definitely not a soloist build.
네 이름이 뭐지?
Oh, exactly 1 HP. It's amazing. It's all good though. We destroyed a substantial amount of enemies. Yeah, 31 enemies in like what was that? It was only 7 minutes time. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty much what you use them for, is go in, take out as many enemies as you can, and then back out. Let everyone else go in first, draw aggro, let the enemy waste their turns, clump up. Then Hazing can just go in and pretty much yeet everything. So this is the build I currently use. You use the White Tiger's mark, you want the higher attack power. You can switch to Gold Mane if you want extra block shred, which is definitely an option, but you will lose out on power for killing some enemies, specifically those butchers that show up late game. Yeah, I mean the Gold Mane does help. Like again, 20% extra block shred is nice. Don't get me wrong. But you want to be able to kill with the sweeping fire, so you want the attack power, especially since we have a absolutely disgusting 166% attack power scaling, which is fucking disgusting. I have no idea why Dandelion feels that is even remotely balanced, because it's certainly fucking not. Annihilation shot, you can just pretty much yeet any individual target. Even Destrons, it's 11 hits. There's pretty much no way this doesn't kill stuff. Especially if you have the Awakening on, you get a whole bunch of hit chance from your Spirit SP. So you're getting hit chance and block shred, so all you then need is just crit and crit damage. For gear, the Dunmas MP is probably the best in slot weapon. You want the peak version, so that way you have the extra SP chance. It gives you extra hit, it gives you extra block shred, which pretty much outweighs the other possible stats you can roll. Spirit users pretty much want the SP if they're using Sharp Spirit. For chest piece, you want the Castellate reduction. The Castellates on these are absolutely fucking nuts. Annihilation Shot has a whopping 100 Castellate by default. Sweeping Fire is 30, and so on. So yeah, getting some cast delay definitely helps. In addition to the cast delay, you can pick up some another 20% cast delay on your boots, or well, your shoes that Heixing's able to wear. So that's going to be the level 45 shoes, level 45 coat, and then for the your accessory slot, wrist guards are more for defense, so you're going to be wanting to use the bracelet just because you can get some hit chance, crit chance, and some base like attack power and speed. That's probably going to be the best role. You can get something with a little more defense, but Sweeper's not exactly going to be like the biggest defense unit in the game, so just go all in on the offense. Look for just a high attack power roll, crit chance roll. Hit chance can help, but it doesn't have to be the highest because again, you're getting a ton of hit chance just from your Spirit SP. Like, with this SP value, we have practically 70% extra hit chance, so yeah, pretty much hit chance isn't going to be too much of an issue. You do want to make sure you have plenty of crit chance, though. You want to be able to crit enemies, even if they have stuff like Keen Sense and so on. So that's it for gear. Abilities. Check Fire is pretty good. It actually gets a bunch of the ability reinforcements that your Mind's Eye Shot doesn't, so it actually has pretty decent scaling. Put distance, not very good. It's more for like if you're doing like solo stuff, like if you need to stun something specifically when you do the solo fight with Heixing, the story solo fight. Shooting Spree is actually pretty good. The AoE on it is actually pretty good now. It's got a range of 4 on it. I think that's with the improved gun barrel reinforcement, giving the extra range on it. So now it has a range of 4 with that mastery. So if you get a bunch of enemies that just like surround you, you can actually fire this off and just delete a whole bunch of enemies as well. And it has practically no cooldown, so that's actually pretty good too. I do like to take the check fire though, just because of the single target nature of it. Just sometimes you need a single target hit that just hits a little bit harder than your Mind's Eye shot, and this is actually pretty good for that. It does have decreased crit chance though, so do be mindful on what you use it on and pay attention to those hit and crit chances. Otherwise, you can drop the check fire for Shooting Spree if you want to be like more AoE focused, like if you want to run into the center of a pack and just Shooting Spree everything in one go, which actually isn't the worst idea on Mind Body Unity because AoE is generally stronger than single target, because then you're not generating as much overload. And then sprint just for getting around to certain spots. Sometimes you just need sprint to get to positions in less time, like getting up and down ramps, jumping into towers, and so on. So, highly recommend you keep sprint in the kit no matter what you do. For the masteries, main things you are abusing is Awakening. You want to be able to overcharge and stay in a long overcharge state. And Argonaut, this will increase your SP further, as well as you'll stay in overcharge longer, as well as have higher max SP, so that way you have more of the block shred from Sharp Spirit. And then also just the longer overcharge time. Our total overcharge time is 5, so you effectively have up to 15 turns of Heixing being full power, and that's pretty much enough to obliterate half or more of the map. So you kind of don't really need any longer than that. I feel like that's a pretty good spot, just being able to overcharge and do 5 enemies, or 5 turns of destroying things. You're actually going to hit the Mind Body Unity beforehand. You can't always, of course, end it prematurely if you need to do Annihilation Shot to, you know, just mag dump boss like Destron or Renzi there when he was in low HP. So that's just, you gotta know when to stay in overcharge or when to dump the ammo and dump your overcharge. Field and strip clean, this helps with the cooldown. Does give us a little more hit chance as well. Also gives us higher attack scaling, so that's actually really nice. So yeah, it's 10% increased power scaling and reduces our cast delay by 10. The 10% cast delay reduction also factors into field strip clean, so it adds to the extra damage modifier that Firearm and Changeability does, because that adds 5%. So technically this mastery is actually adding 15%. Actually 18%, because I think, yeah, armor piercing shot for every one mastery that reinforces the ability, this scaling increases by another 3%. So that's 8% per ability that modifies piercing shooting abilities. So every one of those ones listed down there where it says ability reinforced masteries, each of those is 8%. And then we get an extra 10% from fields and strip clean. Upgraded armor piercing bullet, just helps with pierce attack damage, helps us with our block shred because we are running piercing strike, and allows us to apply armor break. If something's already inflicted with armor break, which I have a couple other characters that inflict that fairly easily, you get an additional 25% damage increase, which is helpful. Usually I'll have like Giselle or Leeton lead in on the Destrons just to get armor break on them, and then let Heixing basically finish them from there. This is my gun, very straightforward mastery, just raw damage increase, and we're pretty much running most of this stuff anyways from other stuff, or from other sets. Extreme Will and Spirit That Never Gives Up is to increase our max SP. Argonaut, again, also mentioned for its max SP increase. And then Sharp Spirit, so that way we have Block Shred. So you pretty much got everything you need to kill pretty much anything. If we get that additional slot here in the coming update, we might be able to slot in Third Heart. Depending on where I think regardless of where that mastery finds itself, I think there'll be a way to slot it in. Because ability, we can slot in... Oh, if it's an ability slot... Yeah, we could do like a basic increase and then you can drop Open Mind. If it's an attack slot, you drop in... what's it? Human... Yeah, if it's an attack slot, you then drop in Persuasion. And then once you have Persuasion on, you can then drop Open Mind again. If it's a support slot, you just drop Flexibility. If it's a basic slot, again, just drop Open Mind. And then if it's a defense slot, well, you just slot in Will to Survive. Easy. So Third Heart will give you that ability to get revived to full health. So that way, that's pretty much your only defensive mechanism. This build is not designed to be attacked. You do have a modest amount of HP with 2100, but that's generally not enough to survive most stuff unless you like get a good block or they don't crit. If they crit, you're basically dead. So yeah, just them's the ropes. You got to deal with it. For synergies, Heixing only gets 2 synergies. He's on the low end on that aspect. These probably aren't the best. Having him paired with Leeton's pretty decent. Just because Leeton can freeze something and then Heixing can basically take it out for him. If you have like pincer movement with him specifically. I do not. It may not be possible. I'd have to check the synergies again. Pairing him with Anne to help protect Anne is also a fairly decent idea. And then pairing with Ray if you just want to go full into abusing like chained pincer attacks, because Ray will link up with 4 other people, and then you'll basically be able to create a really good pincer chain. So yep, that's it. That's my video for hazing. Hope you guys enjoyed. That is all 12 characters finally covered, so there's a build for everybody. I will do some more niche builds going forward, just builds that I find interesting that aren't my normal. I am going to do a which and video because nobody else has for some reason, so that'll be fun. That might be my next project, so keep an eye out for that.